What's going on, everybody? It is Professor Zeus, and I'm back with another video. If you are new to the channel, all I ask is that you hit subscribe. We are on our way to 500 subscribers, and we are taking it the humble route. Now, I want us to have an honest conversation today. I know I've been speaking a lot about the different things happening in the world, but this is more tangible. All right. There's so many different things going on, and a lot of people are still focused on different things, whether it be race, whether it be gender, whether it be politics. And of course, everyone is allowed to have their opinion on said topics, but we have to understand that the real divide it's not black and white, it's not man versus woman, it's not rich or poor. The real divide are the people who have and the people who don't have. The people with the skills needed in order to survive and thrive, and those without. And all of this is playing out in real time. Right now, as we speak, we are literally watching the system shift. And if you're not paying attention, you're going to be left behind. So today, I'm looking at how the economy is changing, why jobs are becoming a luxury, and how you can stay ahead of the curve. For the last few years, the government has been essentially subsidizing people's lifestyles, where you have different funding programs, welfare, EBT, you name it, handing out benefits willy-nilly and creating safety nets for everyday individuals. But now we're starting to see that the money is drying up, and the government isn't the one that's going broke, but it's us as the taxpayers who are essentially tired of footing the bill. Okay. All those years of doing that, we're now seeing the real consequences. People are being forced to face reality. Look at my last few videos. It's getting real for everybody. People 38, no kids, single, non-married, 57, broke, social security fraud, so many different things. If you don't have a degree, a skill set, or anything valuable to offer, you're in real trouble. AI, cloud infrastructure, machine learning, these are the future. And if you're not positioning yourself in industries like these, you are going to be struggling. So for for decades, right? We've taken stable jobs for granted. Things like benefits, 401ks, pensions, real things that attract people to 9 to 5s. Those days are over, unfortunately. The best salaries, benefits, and retirement plans, you know what those are? They're reserved now for the best and the brightest, the people who are adding the most value. Because in all actuality, the economy rewards value and not effort. That's a hard pill to swallow, but it's the reality. Remember when people not too long ago were demanding $40 an hour minimum wage, to work at McDonald's? What did what do companies do? They started responding by automating, downsizing, and outsourcing. It's crazy, right? Things like I worked at McDonald's. My first job was at McDonald's because I needed to understand customer service. I needed to get a taste of the real world, real people encountering, going about their business. I had to do it as a high school student. And obviously things were different back then, but those types of jobs aren't really meant to be getting $40 an hour. Those are the types of jobs that you have in transition. You're using it as supplemental income while you're working towards that greater thing. It's not something you're going to just be there forever to get $40 an hour. What are those same workers who are asking for $40 an hour doing? They're struggling. We're moving into a new era where having a job will be a luxury and a privilege. If you're not irreplaceable, you're disposable. So what's the real solution? We got to go back in time to where it's almost like a barter system. I have this, I'll trade you for this. We need to be able to create our own opportunities. So for those of us or you, whoever, all of us, we're in this together, who don't have high income skills, you're going to have to start a business, right? I tell you guys all the time, I work 9 to 5, and you see my platform, You and I Verse, that is my business. And I'm 100% focused on doing what I can for You and I Verse to thrive. And I've been doing it. It's not an easy task, but I know the message that I'm trying to put out, and I know that it will resonate with some people. Having a business isn't optional anymore. We're going to go back to a time where you can't just rely on any sort of company to take care of you. No funny, just to give you guys put it in perspective. I make a decent amount now, but from 2020 up until now, I got let go from 4 different companies on everything I love. 2020 till today, I got laid off from 4 different companies. Nobody ever saw me complain. Nobody ever saw me have a sad face. Nobody ever seen me whine, yell, or say it was any external force that was out to get me or anything like that. Nothing. Nobody could tell what I was going through. But you know what I did? Put my head down, and I just got to work. I had to be creative with finding a way to not only support myself, but for my family as well. You never saw me complain. You never saw me make any excuses to get to this point that I'm at right now. Never. And I'll still never make any excuse. Look at the different communities that are out there. America is amazing because we are a melting pot. We have different people of different cultures, different ethnic backgrounds here trying to strive for the American dream, which is, do what you can, and, hopefully with the right work ethic, with the right level of knowledge of networking and different things like that, you can make it, right? All these different communities, all these different types of groups of different types of people, they build businesses, they hire their own family, and they keep the wealth circulating. This is going to be the base model moving forward. No ifs, ands, or buts. Like I shout out to Aristotle Investments. I really respect how he's going because his whole company is like his family. He employs his whole family. You know what I mean? That's the way it's done. If you're not bringing value, you're going to be stuck in a gig economy. Does anybody here want to be driving Uber Eats, Lyft for the rest of their life? Upwork, Fiverr. Are those the types of jobs that you want to do for the rest of your life? I've done them. I can't see myself doing that forever. I mean, unless there's like some things that I'm trying to accomplish, of course. But I don't see myself being stuck in that type of economy where I'm waiting for a gig before I can get a paycheck. You either have to learn a skill that makes you irreplaceable, or you have to build a business, or do both. There's no questions. Like it's no longer either or. You got to bet on yourself. Now, let's talk about real estate and investments. The next few years, we're going to see a massive transfer of wealth. We've been seeing it from 2020 to 2025. A lot of people have gotten richer. A lot of people who, didn't have anything, saw opportunities in the market, capitalized off of it, and now they're sitting at a different tax bracket. Markets are shifting, and those who are going to prepare, or who are preparing, or who have prepared, are going to be the beneficiaries. No ifs, ands, or buts. And I tell you guys all the time, information is key. Whatever you do, once you get any information, if you do not apply it, you're losing. Information right now is key. And if you don't utilize all the information that you get, you're going to lose. Now, I'm going to put up a screenshot of the DC real estate market right now. A lot of people are selling their homes left and right because government jobs are getting cut. With this new administration, they're shaking things up. A lot of federal employees were cut, right? And I'm seeing a whole lot of protests, right? In no way, shape, or form do I want to see anybody's livelihood be compromised. I don't want to see anybody out in the streets not being able to fend for themselves or not being able to provide for their families. And obviously, if you're in the federal government, you're a public servant. So we appreciate your service. Let me say it. I appreciate your service in whatever capacity you were in. But last year, 750,000 jobs were lost in the private sector. So you know what that means? The idea of job security should leave your head. Nobody's safe. You have to constantly be creative with making a way for yourself and for your family. Don't ever be complacent. You think the life that you live, you think that people aren't watching and people aren't trying to live that life that you live? That same life that you're living right now, somebody will kill for that, for your life. Somebody will kill for your life. So keep taking your life for granted. You know how people say, "Oh, I got too much on my plate." Wasn't the whole idea to eat? There's too much on my plate. But the whole idea is to eat. Obviously, you can, take some stuff off your plate. But how, you got to ask yourself, how full do you want to be? My plate is full almost all the time, and I don't complain. I get things done. I keep telling you guys, 2025 is going to be a great year. It just won't be easy. If you got a lot on your plate, take the time and finish it. Get things done. There's people who are watching you right now saying, I'll do anything to be in their position. Every 6 months, learn something new, apply it, keep growing, focus on what's going on in the world. Obviously, entertainment, all these different things are okay, but I've showed you in previous videos, things like Netflix looking into getting into video podcasting. I'm telling everybody, start a YouTube. Why not? If you have an opinion about anything, come on here and say it. Monetize your free time. Spend more time producing versus consuming. That is how you're going to get ahead. That is how you're going to get ahead. The people who live in DC, the federal government employees who are now selling all their homes, people have been dependent on, the federal government for so long that they thought that, they can hold on to their properties. But you know what real estate investors are seeing? A huge opportunity. History repeats itself. The 2000 housing crash made a lot of people rich. It was not easy, but a lot of people capitalized and became rich. Every crisis you see in the world is an opportunity. There's some tragedy, natural disasters, whichever way you want to look at it. Anytime there's a crisis, there's an opportunity. Anytime you see red in your investment portfolio, never look at it as a crisis. That's a opportunity to buy more assets. So it's like, are you preparing or are you panicking? Because everybody keeps looking at the news and everybody keeps getting scared and, oh my goodness, I don't know what's going to happen. I wake up every day. First thing I do is I thank the Most High. And I tell him, thank you for giving me this opportunity to try. Because if you go to sleep and you wake up, you have an opportunity to try at life again. Some people went to sleep and didn't wake up. You went to sleep and you woke up. Thank you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to try. If you don't utilize every single day to try your best, you are doing it wrong. This is just the beginning of a huge economic shift, and you have two choices. You can adapt, learn, and position yourself to win. You can complain. You can blame the system and get left behind because it's still going to be moving. It's still going to be moving. It's not stopping for anybody. The gig economy is shrinking. Remote work is being phased out. AI is replacing jobs at a rapid rate. And if you're not learning skills, investing smart, and preparing for the future, you're setting yourself up for failure. So let me ask you, what are you doing to secure your future? Not only your future, but your family's future. Are you building? Are you investing? Are you learning? What are you doing? Are you thankful for your opportunity? Because remember, there's other people watching you who would do anything to take your spot right now, no matter whatever situation you're currently living in. Somebody is willing to take your spot right now. The last piece that I'll give y'all, read this book, The Power of the Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. Really utilize the subconscious part of your mind. Have that mental image of what you're trying to accomplish in life, the type of person you're going to be, the type of life you'll live, the type of environment you see yourself in, what your family's going to look like, what your finances is going to look like. Visualize it. Have it like a mental picture ingrained in your brain and plant it in your subconscious. Because just like you plant a seed in soil, the seed is going to attract all the nutrients, all the resources that's needed in the soil to make that plant grow. That's the same thing your subconscious is going to do with the right type of mentality. Every single day that I'm alive, I stop thinking any negative thoughts. I've learned to block out any negativity. If I feel a negative thought coming into my brain, it's stopped. The thought is not even completed. That's how serious this is. That is how serious this is. There's no time to play. There is no time to play. But let me let you guys go, man. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think about how life is looking. Honestly, leave a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're on our way to 500 subscribers, and we are taking it the humble route. And send this video to somebody who you think might appreciate it and might find value in it. Never, ever forget, it's you and I verse for a reason. I teach you, you teach me, and we both take what we taught each other and learn from each other and apply it to what's going on. That's the only way life can keep going on. The future belongs to those who prepare. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.